play Legion and Gear Chronicles. I'm sorry. I just don't.
No, you're not. You're not sorry. You know the truth.
I play Gear Chronicle. I know the truth.
You know the truth. Don't lie.
And with that being said, welcome people to the podcast. Yeah.
Yay.
Today we on the 91st. Yes, I made calculation errors.
We're 91 years.
It
Oh,
happened
91 years
before.
old.
It will happen again. Trust me. Nothing new. So, we are 9 more before 100. We are going to do something crazier, hopefully.
Woohoo!
I might let you guys go with no rule for one day. We'll see. If you guys are good.
No.
No.
Are you sure about that?
No. I am not that crazy. Yet.
Okay.
If I don't get something Silver Thorn support in Idolissa, then I might be going crazy. But hey! If I pull more than one Maelstrom, then I'll let you guys go nuts. Anyway.
Aren't you already crazy though?
Crazier.
Touche.
Yeah. So, welcome to our 91st podcast. Everything's been getting uploaded like heck because I'm finally good. I am in a good balance. With that being said, time for introductions. And we'll start off with everybody's favorite Dr. Regular player. He's the one that come from the north. That we one day might call him King of the North. Get the reference? If you don't, go watch Game of Thrones. Go for it.
Hello, I'm the administrator for the Tetsu Shinjo page. I hope you're having a regular day.
Next is everybody's favorite Forgotten Dragon that's coming back with every print and maybe all turn into art.
Hey guys, I'm the admin of the Shield from Dragon page, and I am hype for my new Shadow Paladins.
Yep. Next is everybody's favorite OTT player, the one who needs more screen time, the one who is the queen of melon bread.
Hi everyone, it's Takumi Okazaki admin, and I've been neglected in the anime so much. You know, I wonder if I died or something.
There. No. Next is
Don't worry.
everybody's favorite general, the one who's going to beat the heck out of Darkface.
Yo, what up? It's Evil Armor General Greffa coming at you. I'm just pissed off. Okay.
Next is the Link Joker player who hopefully get more support later on. But we all don't want Link Joker's Starvader to come back.
Yeah, we do.
Oh. Yeah, we do. We always want more Starvaders. And again, I just make them. Hey, everyone. I'm the admin of the Chaos Breaker page, and hope everyone's gotten, a very good week so far. And yeah.
And of course, I'm the one who runs the Charity Circus. I am both the admin of Look Here page, the admin of Asuka, and of course, mi amigo Jaime, which I can't wait for Aquaforce support. And I welcome you to this crazy podcast. Without further ado, you guys know what next is our card of the week. Lately, we got nothing but Gear Chronicles. I am going to say we're going to hold back with the two reveals of the two... What is it called? Royal Paladin that were revealed in Monthly Blue Shrill, and the Grand Blue that were really in Monthly Blue Shrill. Reason why? I say time for Gear to have the Sparklight. Pretty soon we'll be talking nothing but Shadow Paladins. And who's ready for that?
Whoa.
Yay.
Yep, Shadow Paladin. Fuck them. No, not really.
Wow! You see, I thought we were friends.
Well, no. No. I do Shadow Paladin. Do not need to. If I pull one more Maelstrom, fuck him. I fucking hate Maelstrom. I want my own.
Wait, we should just send our extra Maelstroms.
Send the extra Maelstrom to the address below.
But here's the thing, Asuka. If you have Maelstroms, you can make your own Maelstrom fleet.
I don't want to. Each single time, we'll go into my craziness about why I hate Maelstrom in another video down the line. So let's start with our card of the week. Like I said, nothing but gears, so let's keep the gears moving. And we're going to start off with Chaos Breaker Dragon.
Oh, I got you. Okay, so the card I chose this week is a promo card called Arc Saver Dragon. I think it's Saver, not Saber. It's Saver.
Saber. Saber.
I could have sworn it's Saver because it's never been that way, but same thing. The way it's pronouncing. It's a grade 4. So this is not a stride unit. It's an
And this
actual
is not
great.
the Gear Chronicle unit, like I said. Oh, don't listen.
Oh, are we going gears?
And
Was
Dixie, I'm going. Disregard what I said before, people.
Yeah, my bad.
Yep.
Well, because I didn't say gear thing. So the grade 4. It's a grade 4 like Novell. But it's from the manga. It's a 13k. It's base, auto, Vanguard skill, Counterblast 3, Soul Blast 3. When your main phase begins, so this is after Ride and after Stride, before you play anything, you pay the cost if you do. Choose up to one card each, respectively, from deck, soul, drop zone, or damage, up to a total of 3. So you only choose 3 of the spots and one card from each part, and then you call them to separate rearguard circles. And then if you happen to go through your deck, you shuffle. Actually, no, you just shuffle the deck no matter what. So if you called from the 3 other areas, you still shuffle deck. And then it's got the continuous skill. Can't be called to rearguard. Cannot even be superior call. So it can't be a rearguard, period. It can only be on the Vanguard. I chose this card because, I mean, I like Royals. Royals is cool. It's just the fact that effect is actually pretty ridiculous once you pull it off. You actually get to heal the damage, and you get to bring back a unit. I'm kind of like, this card's like a mix between Grand Blue, Angel Feather, Pale Moon, and Royal Paladin base. So I was like, hey, 3 free units right at the beginning of your main phase. It's actually not that bad, and you can combo off. So, but yeah, that's kind of my thought behind it.
I'll go with Drafa.
I can't really say too much about this. Can any other clan get like regular grade 4s? I mean, this is a pretty decent thing though. It actually looks pretty busted, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm kind of curious of like if this is a legit card, who is going to actually play this.
Okay, let's go with Kumi.
I'm finishing up some homework. Feel free to skip me.
Okay, let's go with Tetsu.
What am I to say about this card? It's grade 4, which, I mean, I guess making it grade 4 makes its skill more balanced, seeing it'll take up more space in your deck, more unnecessary space in your deck. Yeah, you get to technically heal one card, and it is kind of broken that it doesn't specify what card from your damage zone, whether it's face up or face down. It's just like, it's a really weird card. I mean, like, it's kind of like a Royal Paladin version of Nouvelle, like the original Nouvelle. Again, for a gimmick, it's hilarious. I could see people maybe running it at 3 if they're really desperate to make this like their main deck. 4, but standalone on its own, it's really, really gimmicky. I mean, its cost is huge. Counterblast 3 and Soul Blast 3. Which I guess if you're riding each turn makes sense. But at the same time, like, if you look at a lot of Royal Paladin cards, like Starlight Violinist, Pat Gall, stuff like that, it's just, it's kind of a weird card.
Mm-hmm. Right,
It'll be funny if it works.
Yeah. Okay. Again, I'm forgetting. This card was supposed to be bent before G era. So like keep that in mind. Before Legion, too. So let's even go back further when Novell was released. So that was during season 1, right? Let's say Chimera-wise, Novell, what
Season 2.
break.
2.
Huh?
Season 2. Novell Season 2. Because it's a limit breaker.
Okay. So let's go with that era. Okay. Back in the olden days, people, like, think back when we all used to play.
When we never had G-Assist or Stripes.
Yeah. So, if I would
Good old
think back,
days.
oh my god. I would say, if it were released back then, this card would actually be really good. Because, 1, it's a 4K. 2, it's not Stride. We even know what the hell was Stride back then. Counterblast, Soul Blast 3, that's so broken! Man, you didn't even play the draw trigger to put into the soul, give itself 3K, and there your soul. Man, totally broken Royal Paladins. Of course you gotta get something like this. If it's not Kagero, if Royal Paladin who gain all the good stuff, a grade 4 sheath. Even Great Nature can't play their grade 4 that long. It gets stopped. Well, of course, leave it to Royal Paladin and Kagero to have something this good. If it would have come out back then, that's what I would have said. But considering it coming out now, kinda too late, Bushiro. Cool and all. I love the art. I love the SP art. Hate that it came out too late. You miss your timing so badly. Go for it, Shion. Form.
Yeah, honestly, I like the fact that, yes, it's kind of too late for it to come out as a regular grade 4 unit. However, I still think it's a pretty good card either way.
Mm-hmm.
Because, again, it's just really, really good. I like the fact that this, again, like you said, you can, the effect is, yes, it's costly, but at the same time, when you put it in, let's say, Thing Saver or something like that, it's not really that costly because you have cards that unflip damage or put cards into soul, like Margot. So yeah. Again, kind of sucks that you can't call it as a Rear Guard unit. But again, why would you call this as a Rear Guard unit? I have no idea.
I don't know. Okay, so that going on, let's go to our next card. We are heading down and going with something Tetsu like to call.
Oh, it's my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I had to hold back the urge from overtaking someone else. Okay.
Damn it.
So, my card for this week is Steam Soldier Urge. It's a grade 2 unit. 8k base, continuous in the rear guard, and Guardian Circle. If you have a face-up card in your G-Zone with Chronos Command in its card name, this unit gets power plus 5,000 and shield plus 5,000. This is actually pretty sweet, to be honest. It's really cool that this card isn't a GB skill, and just default, it's a 13k beater and a 10k shield. So, yeah, Chronos Command decks get buff. They get a huge power boost, and it's really nice to see that. And I mean, assuming that, you know, the combination plays with other units such as Steaming Isume and those other cards that I have conveniently forgotten about work, I see a huge increase, possibly a huge increase in more Chronos Command, why don't you know work, Chronos Command decks.
Alright, go for it, Giraffe.
I can't really say too much about it because I'm still learning about what Chrono Commands is.
The first GR in the first set, its ability will counter blast to Soul Blast something rather. I don't know. I use it, though people can't. It's an on-hit ability that would retire would retire your opponent whole field if it hits.
Oh, okay.
Go for a Chaos Breaker.
Hold on. Wait. You hear me?
Now we do.
This card is actually really good. In a sense. What was the... Where was the effect at?
The effect is right about here.
I just need to make sure. Oh! What grade is he in?
2.
What's base pop?
8.
Grade 2, base K, base 8K.
That's not bad. What, 13k hitter?
Yeah.
Yes.
And the superior interceptor. Yeah. I could see this in a Chronos Command deck. So, but more support.
Go for a Shion.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty good card. Again, we obviously know why this card is coming out. So, yeah.
I'm going to skip over Kumi because she says she still has more. And I'll go as the only one here who playing Gear Chronicles. Alright. Okay. So, why is this good? Chronos Command support. Awesome. Now you can build a deck focused purely on Chronos Command. You could have the normal Chronojet, the original one, as your main Vanguard still, because this card, along with him, you're going to make sure already, even if without Chronos Command hitting, this guy is really good from the point on when you flip to the very end of the game. Because it's easy to pull off this skill. Awesome. And it worked with the other one that support your Chronos Command because that easy too. Basically, Chronos Command now is going to be a hard-hitting type of deck. It's going to be more aggressive than any gear deck that I have seen and probably will see. What about this? Now you got more options to play different styles of deck. And that's what we wanted. More diversity in Gear Chronicle. Alright, Giraffe, you have a card?
Okay. Hold on, let me get to it real quick. Okay. Sting Sniper Rashuma. I always choose like the hardest names. Alright, anyway. Time Leap, Soul Blast. One and choose a card from your hand and discard it. Pay the cost if you do Time Leap this unit. And then Generation Break 1. When this Counterblast 1, when this unit is placed on the rearguard circle from your bind zone, you may pay the cost. If you do, draw a card. Overall, I don't know if you can if this will be like an actual decent unit in here. I do like that it has like more than one effect. Like it has one on the rearguard circle, then it has like one while it's in the bind zone. So you still get like decent draw power, and then at the same time you still get to do a decent time leap. And then I do also like the fact that the Counter Blast and the Soul Blast is like two completely different effects.
Let's go with Shion.
That is a pretty good card. Yeah, basically what Giraffe said. Honestly.
Alright, Kessu.
Overall, like, it's not a bad card. The combination plays with this are pretty good for a grade 1 unit, perfect target for time leaps. I guess the most impressive thing about this is the fact that it doesn't counterblast in comparison to a lot of other Gear Chronicle cards. So I guess it works perfectly in combination with History Makers and other such units. It's Generation Break giving you drop, potential drop. Or, wait, yeah, Counterblast 1. Yeah, giving you draw is actually really strong. I mean, at the end of your time leap, at the end of your turn, your time leap's done, and it's called, so you get your draw. So defensively, this is a fantastic card. It works well. Again, since I don't play Gear Chronicles as often as other players, I can't really say too much, but overall, it's not bad, but it's mostly timing, no pun intended, for once. It's mostly the timing on when you use each skill, especially the time leap based skill, because it consumes Soul Blast, which isn't as prominent in most Gear Chronicle decks, unless you use that new dumb promo.
I don't know
What's
what you're
easy?
talking about.
Oh, there's a new promo card that's Alluring Succubus.
I heard.
Oh,
Alright, go for it. Chaos.
What's the base power? It's 7k, right?
7K.
Still? I could see this as being an alternative, I guess. Like, the first effect is not GB related, only the second one, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, this opens up a lot more attacks, from what I can see. I mean, yeah, you ditch a card to time leap it, but hey, when you time leap a 1 to a 2, right? Yeah, you time leap itself. When you get a 1 to a 2, it's pretty good. You know, you get an extra attack, and then after the attack, you just bring this right back. Depending on the scenario, I mean, the deck kind of gives you hand anyways. So losing that one extra card isn't really going to hurt, considering its own secondary skill, Counterblast 1. During the end phase, when it's placed back into the rear from bind, you draw a card. You can Counterblast a draw. I think this is like really good in the sense like, you opened up other like this as a grade 1 and not like Melon or something like that, so you can just go this into this boost attack at the end, bring up upstream attack and all that whatnots. A lot more combo plays, a lot more better grade 1s they can utilize. This is what I see this as.
Alright, from what I see, this is a trial deck card. So we all know what trial deck cards are usually good for, usually later on. As it is now, at Chaos Participate, there is a lot of moves we could do with it at the moment. But at the same time, it go along the same lines that what Tessie said. You have to be careful, because sometimes you might want to keep on time leaping, but if you keep on doing that, that card may not come back. Also, Counterblast 1 to draw a card. Either you Soul Blast with GG or you Counterblast with this card. So it's preference. Which do you think is more costly, Soul or your Counterblast? Because if you're playing with Arlem or other cards that allow you to unflip, then you could play this card in many decks. I like the skill. It's a very cute card and she is adorable. Alright, next up, before we go into the Triple R that was announced this week, we'll go into my card, which I choose. It's Chrono Jet Dragon G. And its continuous skill is Vanguard. During your turn, if the number of face-up cards in your G zone is 2 or more, this unit gets 5k, and all of your Zodiac Time Beast rear guards get additional 1k. Ability, Timely. During your turn, when your Gear Dragon or Zodiac Time Beast G unit stride, choose up to 1 card from your hand and call it to the rear guard symbol. Choose 1 of your rear guards and then you time leap it. Alright, so besides a certain Chrono Jet Dragon being so hyped about this skill, I'll tell you why it's. The additional. So, this is. Yes. This is. You can use this when you are playing Chrono Next Stage. You could use it. It is considered a Chrono Jet Dragon first and foremost. G does add a part. So, when you come back after being your Chrono Dragon Next Stage skill, his first skill is really good. Unlike the first one of Jet Dragon with a GB skill, this first skill is not GB. So during your turn, if the number of cards face up your G zone is 2 or more, this unit gains 5k. Easy! If you G guarded the first turn and then second turn stride into next stage, you already have enough skill. He's going to get the extra 5k power. However, he's going to give extra power to all the Zodiac Time Beasts. So not only are you getting power up to Chrono Jet Dragon, you are getting a little Chrono Dran and all the other cards the extra power boost. Now, his Time Leap skill, so when you stride into him with the Gear Dragon, which, let's face it, I think they're leaning more towards Colossus and Golems towards Chrono Thing, and Chrono Jet Dragon is going to have all the Gear Dragons and Zodiac Stride units. You can shoot up to 1 card from your hand, call it to the rear guard circle, and then choose one of your rear guards and time leap it. So if you have a certain stand trigger in your hand and you place it on field and time leap it to get Melon Mount, not only are you already going to time leaping, you're setting up for your next attacks even before your main phase starts. The combo in this one card is amazing. I have to say that you can play him in a Chrono Jet Dragon deck, which meaning having 2 Chrono Jet Dragon. You can play this in a Chrono Fang deck. You can play this in any type of deck now because the skill is more universal than just sticking to the whole GB1 attack you cannot guard. This actually gives your Chronicle more style to play with. And I think I did a good job, so let's go with Tesla.
Yeah, no, I can understand the hype behind it. It's Jet G's continuous skill. It's gonna be such a pain in the ass. I mean, just the fact that it's not GB related, and well, I mean, technically you could just call it GB without GB.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, it's kind of weird printing that way, but like, you know, mid to late game, that's gonna be a pain in the ass to deal with. The time leap, though, is kind of... I'm sorry, I'm going to be honest. It's going to be a little too... I'm not going to say mainstream or meta. It's just going to become very obvious. Because for at least a lot of the main combinations, I understand that most of the strides in Gear Chronicle are Gear Dragons. But if we look at what's being released currently, more Gear Colossi, more Gear Colossi, Gearoids, so and such. This card really narrows down playability of all your strides. I mean, sure, you could still run Interdimensional Pegasus, you could still run the giant tower that punches grade 1s, and, you know, those cards, but, you know, I guess it's kind of like a double-edged blade. You lose a lot more practicality on striding non-Gear Dragons or Zodiac Time Beasts. But Bushiroad has been pushing more to that. So, you know, there might be a lot more cooler things for Zodiac Time Beasts and Gear Dragons. All in all, I'm on the fence with this card.
Okay, makes sense. You need to see in action before you can do final judgment.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree with that. Alright, let's go for Chaos Breaker.
I mean, when I looked at this card initially, you know, it's actually kind of crazy how instead of the number of face-up cards. So he's gonna be a base 16 normally. Okay, so yeah, so he still retains the 5k thing. It's just that instead of getting the guard restrict, he gets the everywhere else gets plus 1k. I was like, yeah, you know, I for some reason I kind of prefer the old Chronojet over this, in a sense, because of the guard restrict. But then again, you know, maybe the new style G with the G stuff is that you're going to get more power out of it. So who knows? And then that time leap on stride, hey, that gives them even more combos to do. It's like, oh, I got this stand trigger in my hand, instead of having to waste a history maker or whatnots to time leap it, I can just time leap it automatically. It's like, hey, free pluses for days. And the fact that it could be used in a Chrono Dragon Next Stage thing as well, it's kind of ridiculous. It's good too. I'll add in also, the deck is going to be really Chrono Jet heavy. It's like 4 of the old one and 4 of the new one. So
Basically, sorry people, we are having an increase of new card release from the new set 9. We'll keep you updated as soon as we get more of it. And until then, we're going to Raging Form Dragon at the moment.
Where are you? Okay, my card is Chrono Tiger Rebellion. His ability is Continuous Vanguard. He gets power plus 5,000 for every 2 cards in your bind zone. And it has an Auto Vanguard skill. Generation Break, choose Soul Blast 1 and choose a face down card named Chrono Tiger Rebellion from your G zone. Turn it face up. Choose a card from your hand. And when your Vanguards bind him face up. When he attacks, if you have a heart card with Chrono Fang in its name, pay the cost. If you do, he gets a critical and a drive check until the end of the turn.
Wrong thing. You were supposed to talk about Chrono Dragon G.
Oh. I'm sorry.
It happens. I didn't stop you. I kind of sidetracked at the moment, so I wasn't.
Well, that was the card that I was supposed to do, but anyway, but Chrono Jet G, yeah, it's a pretty good card. I actually like that effect that it actually gets power. Yes, 5,000 power when there's 2 more G cards, and that the fact that for every Zodiac Timepiece, that they all get plus 1,000.
Mm-hmm. Alright, Giraffe, finish this off so then we can get into Rebellion.
I'm gonna have to play devil's advocate.
Go for it.
I low-key think that this is probably one of the most busted cards I've ever read. And that is just saying because of course, a Ooh Water skill, you get it for free. You get an automatic plus 5k power for free. I mean, it's not that hard to get 2 face-up cards in Gear Chronicles. And everything is all about Zodiac Time Beasts as well. So I'm guessing, to be honest, in order to run the Zodiac Time Beast, you have to mainly like with Chrono so far as of what's been released, that it goes with Chrono Tiger.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so let's go with now we go into Rebellion.
Yeah.
Do you want me to read the effects again, or?
I think we all know the skill and why it is kind of really good.
Yeah.
Alright, people, let's off with Giraffe with this. Oh, wait, let me finish off. What do you think of the skill, Shion?
It's pretty good when combined with, let's say, again, when combined with that card that we just finished reading, it's pretty interesting. And the fact that basically it's sort of like, what's the card? The superhero stride, Grand Gallop.
Mm-hmm.
In a way that it gets the extra drive check.
Alright. What do you think about it, Giraffe?
Next stage, eat your heart out. You finally got somebody that can finally rival you. Chrono Tiger Rebellion, oh my god. Man, I'm so hyped for this card. Especially that +1. +1 crit in that +1 drive. Oh man, let's go! Let's do this. And it gives like 5K for each like face-up card in your buying zone. Man, Nick Sage got like competition now. That's all I gotta say.
Okay, let's go with Tetsu.
It's a pretty good card. I mean, yeah, no, the setup is real easy, and I'm going to mostly be speaking from the perspective shown in what was it, like 2 weeks ago
Mm-hmm.
for the Myoji Ibuki fight.
Mm-hmm.
It's with the new support, it won't be hard to get off his continuous skill, and it's auto skill for the Gen Break 2. Again, that's not going to be hard at all. Overall, this card is obscenely easy to set up. I mean, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Not at all. I'm just saying, like, God, this is so stupid. It's so easy to set up. I'm not sure whether I love it or I hate it. It's kind of like, someone get me a thesaurus so I can figure out what word I'm looking for.
Here.
It's a nice
dodge.
card.
Oh, man.
No. I've had enough books thrown at me today. But yeah, no, it's a really nice card.
Alright. Let's go Chaos Breaker.
Okay. The effect is essentially like what people were saying. Like, it's like Excalibur. I mean, when we first saw it in the anime, I was like, did you just, like, say... I was like, okay, what was it? Did you just say, Excalibur, you lost, so I'm taking your effect, or I'm absorbing you, and I'm stealing your effect of the quadruple drive. That's kind of my first impression. But after looking at it, I was like, okay, you know, the effect's not bad or everything. The only thing I see this is that you cannot top deck Chrono Tiger Rebellion. Or you cannot top deck Astride into Chrono Tiger Rebellion, unlike Chrono Dragon Next Stage, because Chrono Dragon Next Stage, you just have to go, attack, triple drive, ditch the 3 that you got, and then you automatically restand the Vanguard. Rebellion-wise, you can't just go, top deck Stride into Rebellion. You still need a card in your hand and a rear guard to bind for it to even get any of this. So it's not as broken, but that power boost is ridiculous. So, but heck, you know, an extra crit and extra drive once you fulfill the effect, that's pretty dangerous when you have to guard so much. Except when someone has that PG.
Alright, I'm about to give something to Raging Form Dragon that's going to make him hype.
Oh no.
I heard hype.
Alright, so, reason why we'll talk about these cards later on when we get to this. So, my thoughts about it. It is a really good card. I'm gonna tell everybody that. Yes. Why? That's good. There you go. But anyway, no, furthermore, Rebellion is something that Chrono Fang decks needed. Seriously. If everybody say, well, they didn't need it. They got DS Machina. DS Machina is meh compared to this guy. And why is he meh compared to this guy? Well, I need to say, a 4 drive check plus a critical, pretty darn good. And pretty much, you can set up the Ex Machina for this guy. That's what I'm conceding. So, his skill easily, cool. Not only that, you can still use him in the Chrono Jet deck, but you won't get the full extra drive check plus critical, which is okay, because that whole putting stuff into your bind zone is kind of cool. I don't know why you were playing the Chrono Jet deck, but I can see this working more towards helping Chrono Fang and setting up for, heck, like I said, you don't even need this guy to set up for the Ex Machina. You can set him Machina for this guy, which you probably would. So, with that being said, we are done with this week card a week. And we just got a 9K grade 3 for Shadow Paladin. That's support rating for. Congratulations.
I don't care. I love this card.
Wait, it's 9K?
Yes, it's 9K.
Okay.
I had to look at
Spherical
this
Lord.
guild to make sure I got the right one. Because I had a Shadow Paladin.
Yeah.
But,
What's the other Shadow Paladin?
It's a grade 2, right? Yeah.
yeah,
Does that have an
one,
effect?
Yeah.
It being translated,
After.
I think.
Alright, with that being said, people, I hope you enjoyed this week's cards. Yes, we are not on our high game, as you can tell with the way I'm speaking, because I am right now trying to get out information to everybody here. And to those 3 other groups I belong to. So with that being said, let's go on to this week's card champions, whatever we're gonna call this segment, I don't know.
WCQ. The
Tournament
WCQ.
information time.
Okay. So this weekend, or well, a few days ago, with the regionals, we had Australia and France. Sad thing is, I could not find anything on Australia, but I did find just the clans for that one first to fourth on France. So France-wise, first place was the Tachikaze Gaia deck, the G deck. Number 2 was an Angel Feather Gavriel deck. Number 3 was Chronojet Gear Chronicle, and number 4, not fourth, is the Link Joker Messiah Chaos deck that people are used to. Also from last week, I didn't find anything on UK until recently, so I'm just gonna say this real quick. Number 1 was a Chronojet Gear Chronicle deck. Time leap. Please don't hit TikTok. Number 2 is a Blue Wave with the Thavas teched into the deck. Blue Wave deck, Aquaforce. And number 3 is a Freeze Ray Messiah deck that people are hyping crazily in some ways. This incoming weekend, we have one regional, and that is in Toronto, Canada. And also in Belgium.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, no, and I didn't find anything on Italy. I forgot about Italy, but yeah. So good luck to Belgium and the players of Belgium, and to the players in Toronto, Canada. Hopefully, we get more diversity in some ways, like how we've been so far. And yeah.
I expect Canada. If in where at?
Toronto. I don't think it's the.
No.
I think the one is Vancouver. We're
Yeah, but
expecting.
I'm only waiting for to hear that. What do you call
Like-
them? No. Yeah, Grand Blue to take first place, but we'll see.
And we'll see if Night Kid can make it that far.
You'll
Dang.
right now he in his training montage. Reason why he's not with us at the moment.
Good luck to all those Toronto players. As long as you do better than your hockey team, I think you'll be fine.
Damn.
Oh,
Bruh.
Also to the people who are going to the regionals upcoming, be sure to keep up with the rules of end of time rules and everything, because you never know. I know that in the France one they did turns, so yeah.
so I think
Keep a
they're going
watch.
by the judge.
It depends on the head judge. Yeah, it
Yeah.
depends on the head judge. So based on the head judge, they might be good or bad based on your area. So some places are good, some places are bad. You never know.
So people,
But-
if you have a
just
head
listen.
judge and you know them personally, tell them, hey, you turn, it's not time, because I am going to screw so many people over.
Well, just don't do double losses.
Right.
That's all.
So with that being said, let's go on to our next segment. I guess let's give a little bit of people information about the SP pack for Gear Chronicle booster pack. So during this week, Months of Booster Road had released what is going to be in the SP pack for Gear Chronicle, which are 2 separate SP packs, one being towards Ryuzu, one going to be towards Chrono. For Chrono, it's going to be Chrono Dragon Gear Groovy SP, Interdimensional Dragon Hero. I know that it's Herotor Round Dragon, which we don't know what it is yet. I like to say it's probably a G guard. Then Chrono Dragon Next Stage, Chrono Jet Dragon, Steam Breath Dragon, Hot Thump Dragon, and Chrono Dran are going to be for that SP pack. With Ryuzu, it's going to be DX Machina, Chrono Tiger Rebellion, Interdimensional Beast Pandora Chimera, which we do not know, and the Grade 3 is Ideal Drone, Chrono Tiger, Chrono Fang Tiger, Chrono Tiger, and Perf during the night Gear Tabby.
So many kitties.
So hopefully people get those and we get to see more of them. Until then, we'll keep you guys updated with those new cards and what they can do. Because Gear Tabby is so adorable. I'm sorry, I'm one for cats. It's so fluffy. In a gear way.
Lord Ryuzu has his good tastes.
Oh my gosh. Alright, people. Time to talk about the new episode. All those who don't want spoiler, please exit left. For those who want spoiler, please say it about. Until then, we give you guys a total of 5 seconds to leave. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is now a spoiler zone. Are you guys ready to talk about this new episode?
No.
I agree. Now, this week's episode
I'm actually
was,
okay.
to me, it was not the best fights I have seen. Alright, I'm going to say it. It was Toka versus... It was Neo Nectar versus Dr. Regulars and Pale Moon versus Grand Blue. What the hell, Bushiro? Yeah, I'm pissed because what the hell do we get 2 card fight in one episode trying to make sure all the girl plots are all settle out? Someone go. I want to rant about this when we talk about it. Someone go before I pick one.
Oh, talk about the episode?
No, talk about the new cards.
Okay.
Oh, well, that new Descendant is really cool. I mean, okay.
I was gonna say. So the new episode was versus Luna, and I was about to call him Shahara guy until I figured out Inishi. Inishi versus Tokoha. The fights were interesting when I was watching watching the Tokoha versus Inishi part. During the versus the Luna part, you just keep hearing screaming. It's like, Luna, stop doing this! I don't want this to happen anymore. And Luna's like, I am doing this for you. I am doing this for you. I will not stop. Kind of, like the monotone kind of thing. Mm-hmm. No offense. It was like so monotone. I was like, can you say anything else beside that? But then again, it's like the other part of her. We got to see, Gosh, the new stride for Grand Blue. We got to see Prana, which, I liked how they introduced it in the show. So it was pretty good. At least won, and got Luna back. So many was it girl with Yuri kind of pairing kind of thing? Yeah, so much Yuri pairing from other people, but hey, it happens. But then the Tokoha, versus Inishi thing, man, you actually see blood. You see blood. But overall, even though Inishi, tried to Shahara Sinner, or the one who the grade 4 Shahara.
One steeped in Sin Shaharat.
Yeah, that thing. Even though he tried to do that to stop Tokuha and get rid of her rear guards, she still came back and bloomed the crap out of him and just like, bye. I kind of wish my thought of, either Tokuha dying or something would have came true. But apparently you can't have too many deaths. But yeah.
Go for it, raging form. If you back down
What
from
are we
your
talking
height.
about? The episode?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought the episode was pretty interesting. Again, we all thought that, again, basically similar to what Casperker said. We thought someone was going to die again, or two people. But it turns out that no one dies. Nishin just wakes his ass up like a douche, and yeah.
Okay, Rafa.
Why does Anishi reminds me of like Odeon in that episode? Like for some reason he brought that like vibe that like Odeon had during the Battle City thing where like he was about to like lose to Joey and whatnot and he got like hit with the thunder and shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, he reminded me of him for some reason. But I guess like the gravy train of death like has stopped right there, and the battles were kind of okay. I will admit that the battles are kind of good. And then the whole Luna Am thing, Luna Am confirmed maybe, but at the same time, I was hoping like when they were like falling. I was hoping they would like fall to their death, so it'll be kind of like how what's his name on Fresh Prince when he was like proposing to like Hillary. I'm kind of messed up, but I'm hyped for next episode because we get to see Lord Ryuzu fight. Finally.
Tetsu. Before I go and rage about this episode. Yeah, I'm
Wow, all of you are so happy that characters didn't die for once. Anyways, I'm going to be the black sheep of this idea, and I actually really like this week's episode. Not because like it held not because like obviously it didn't hold any real significance to the plot or anything, but because it gave us so much insight on the characters. Mm-hmm. I mean, okay, it gave us insight on Ishin, and that was my selling point. Like the whole idea that you were that you were forcing yourself to uphold an ideology because it was the only thing that you had left to hold. That whole blurred mindset of what I believe in versus what I should believe in versus what I believe in to keep me going every day. That's quite the debacle, actually. I was really intrigued by that. And going back further into Ishin's backstory, where he got the life-saving treatment and his best friend didn't, and she died before that happened. And then leading to the whole idea that sacrifice is 100% necessary for change, when in fact he was forcing himself to believe that when he wanted to also believe in that nothing needs to be sacrificed. The whole ideological conflict between Ishin and everything else, between the fighting for a reality, that part is what got me a lot. To me, this episode wasn't so big for the plot or for, showing off cards and crap like that. For me, this was mostly... It felt more like a philosophical type episode, questioning motives and positions. And I feel like that's how most of the episodes have been going. It's just this one held more significance on that topic compared to the others.
Okay, now let me go further with that. Yes, this episode was more towards not the fighting base. I mean, it was cool seeing all the new cards, and point of going to this knockdown Chaos Breaker point, we saw Gash before versus Dark Irregulars.
Oh yeah. It was just
It
a
looked
better
cool that-
portrayal of
so
it.
let's do this. With Tokuhal, I like it because that whole battle made sense. It's a reflection of what her and even her brother both believe in, trying to knock sense into this person, Ichi. That's cool. I like that. I like how Tokuhal didn't finish him with the new car. She finished him with Asha. That was awesome. I'm like, yeah, cool. It doesn't show her beat him like how all the other people did with their new cards. She beat him with a card that she already had. Something that is cool. Something that not only her and her brother both known for. That's perfect. And then I did like the part with Luna, and it did got repetitive because I was just hoping would have said something more towards like getting Luna out of it, but I guess we can't ask for everything. But okay, that good. This is what gave me pissed off, and this is why like, what the heck, Bushiroad? You pretty much did this. Why? Why do you had 2 matches in one episode? Tell me. You guys asked me, do you think it was smart having 2 card fight in one episode? Which you know that both of the plot points could have been handled in their own very episodes. Instead, we have both Arms and Tokuha battles in the same episode. Yes, I am going to talk towards this that, yeah, both female card fighters got their episode in the same one. They didn't got their own individual one like Shion and Ibuki did. Yes. Why? I mean, that was so stupid. This whole thing with Alma Luna, we've been watching this since the beginning, and we wanted it to have its own episode. We could have had the exact same thing, but instead Bushiroad decided, no, we're going to put it with the same episode with Tokuha fighting, because apparently that needed fluff. So, this episode went way down for me, since the last 2 episodes were so good. This episode in itself was bad. And yeah, your people probably thinking, well, you're a girl, of course you want. Of course you don't see how good. I see how good it is, and I think it could have done really better. But when you add 2 card fight in one episode, you are taking away from that individual card fight that they could have fight. But instead, no. We need to get towards the climax of the thing. We don't have time for a finish up by her solo fight. Or Tokuha by herself solo fight. No, we need to punch it all together because that's what it needs. It's stupid. I'm sorry. I'm not happy how they made this. Because I feel like this is something that should not have happened in an episode with 2 plot points bashing together when they could have had their own climax in separate episodes. Good fight? No. I didn't saw a good fight. I saw a good fight with Tokuha versus Dark Regular. Versus Luna? No, that wasn't even a fight. They had a better fight in the live stream. This fight, no. Thanks, Bushiroad. You made me so hyped for all the other 2 episodes. This will only bring me down during the episodes I wanted to see the most. And I don't care what anybody thinks because this is stupid. So, Kumi, do you got something to say? The first, I told him. Okay, you guys being quiet. They're not helping me.
I thought you were calling on Kumi. That's why I was like,
I need to make sure that my Skype didn't froze right there because I'm crazy.
Well, Kumi, I don't think Kumi watched the episode, so.
Yeah. I mean, if anything, if they did what they did with this current episode, they could have done it with. They should have done it with Shion. And Taya. Well, yeah, Shion and Taya's fight. Because, to be perfectly honest, neither one of those were actually any breaking points either. They weren't that important. I mean, it was like, oh, okay, so Shion got the sword. Whoop-de-doo. It's like I, I'm kind of looking at it. It's like they emphasized way too much on certain things that I felt like didn't even need it.
Well,
So-
I mean, I can understand the whole this episode wasn't as good because you know a lot of it seemed very miscellaneous. But you know, maybe we're coming closer to the end of the season. They need to wrap it up faster. Maybe put more emphasis on like the final 3 or 4 episodes, so speed it up. Time constraints, you know, stuff like that.
I just thought that, yeah.
I mean, like again, like yeah, I'll admit the last 3 episodes, starting with the Gear Crisis, or not Crisis, with the Time Gate thing. Yeah, you know, starting with that, it became more of a metaphorical. Again, I'm gonna keep believing it's kind of like a metaphorical, philosophical fight debate between destiny and individual, you know, individualism or whatever the hell you want to call it. But yeah, also Shion cheated. That's all I'm gonna say. Pulling out a random card, pulling out a random card from your
You
magic
changed the-
sword.
Yeah, you changed
Having-
the sword to a weapon, to a card.
You have a 19 card G zone. I call hack.
Wait, wouldn't it
Ref?
be 18? Wouldn't it be 18?
Would it
Well,
be
to be
18?
fair, to be fair, we don't know what his actual shrine zone count is.
We can assume.
You mean he leaves his whole G zone minus to 14 instead of 16? Just in case something happens. Heck,
He's like-
if Yu-Gi-Oh can do it, I guess Shion can do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Come Jaden Yuki.
Yeah, if Yu-Gi-Oh can do it. Well, for some odd reason, I keep thinking in the Yu-Gi-Oh sense, they don't have a 15-card extra deck. They have the pre-15-card extra deck, so you have like an
No,
unlimited
the 50
extra deck.
cards. The 50 card in the deck.
Jaden.
Oh, I meant extra deck. You know how
No, I'm
people
talking
keep
I summon
making...
Flame Swordsman in attack mode.
Oh, I was going towards the Quasar thing. It's like, how do you even have all those synchros in there? You only have 15. That's like not right. But it's like, oh yeah, no. We're playing in the rules of there is no limit to the extra deck, so you can just summon everything out of your ass.
I don't know. It's just like they could have took some of Tile Plot out and added somewhere else. Because
They should have just taken both of the plots out and literally just made it faster. If they wanted to make the fight faster, they should have just cut out the plot from Shion, cut out the plot from Tayo, and mainly focused on what they did with Ibuki and Chrono. That's what they should have done. That's it. Because really, those other 4 didn't really matter too much.
Well, again, I feel like at least for this for this season and the last season, Bushiroad's been trying to go more in depth with character development.
right.
Like I get it, you know, they want to get more in depth. They want to show the variety of characters and how they in turn affect the overall story. And personally, I'm okay with all of the character development and stuff mostly because they're perfect opposites of each other. I mean, not only are they plot point different, but developmental wise, they're kind of like, I don't know, I'm losing words in mouth that don't work. Anyways, they're kind of like who each character was beforehand. I mean, with Tayo and Hero Boy,
Hiroki.
Hiroki.
I said it right. With Hero Boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
With Hero Boy. They were complete. Hero Boy was the exact same thing as Tayo as a kid, or earlier in the series. And that's a nice trend. It's nice to see the actual transition embodied in another character. So it's nice to see that, and the types of growth that have happened for Tayo. I know Tayo's not, the most exciting or in all honesty, he's kind of a lame character. I'm gonna say it. He's kind of a generic character. But yeah, it was nice to see that. In Shion's case, Shinonome was his first true antagonist. No one else pushed him aside from Chrono. But Chrono's position was completely different. With Shinonome, it was kind of like a negative motivator. Shinonome was bullying, he was pushing Shion down, and the more we got into the plot, we could understand just how twisted Shinonome's psyche was, and the differences between Shinonome's chaotic fluctuation to Shion's calm, collected, matured mindset. And Ryuzu and Ibuki, I could probably talk an entire episode on that on my own, so I'm not going to touch that.
Alright, so that makes sense. Do you think then that Luna and didn't really have a, I don't know, to be honest, would it really be a good character development for but they just had her saying like, Luna, I didn't want this, Luna.
I'm going to be honest, Luna was flat. Luna was a generically flat character. She was the best friend motif.
Right.
The best friend to, best friend with lover-like behavior character.
Yeah.
Like, she was flat, and on top of that, we saw, through multiple episodes, we saw Am's character development change, all the way from her angry, hateful character, all the way back in the Generation Crisis when she first faced Shion in that dock warehouse place, all the way to her fight against Ishin. We saw a huge character transition. So, she was already done. Luna was kind of just a filler character, no offense.
No,
but,
I can confirm them.
But yeah, she was kind of a filler character in comparison to the main other characters. Ishin and Tokoha has had quite a lot of character development. Her biggest character development before this episode was her fight against Rin, which more or less solidified her position.
Mm-hmm.
And Ishin's position has always wavered ever since his fight against Mamoru.
Mm-hmm.
So this, again, was mostly a transition. Oddly enough, this was a transition for the enemy, for the antagonist.
It doesn't seem like it's been for everything for this point, like huge antagonist.
Yeah, but yeah, and I mean, again, I could probably, if you give me like a week, I could probably over psychoanalyze all the characters and crap.
Well, we'll wait for
But,
that towards the end of the series.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I mean, I'm not going to necessarily say the last few episodes were bad. They were just very oriented differently.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from, and yes, that would make sense. Have the two idealism plot together. It's just like, again, it felt like they taking a jab at females. So I know that's not their idea, and maybe they do have to hurry up and finish this up. But I don't know, that just seemed like a cop out, considering the last two episodes were really, really good. I'm gonna say so. I know, it's just me picking hairs. It's like, if you want girls to stop playing this card game, you better give female character a bigger, more than just a couple minutes here and then a couple minutes to somebody else.
Well, I'm sure they weren't actually thinking about that, but if you actually think about it, a lot of the female characters have had overly induced episodes as well, such as like the all-female episode, where they're all hanging out, doing the JoJo poses.
All the guys in the episodes.
A lot.
Again,
I know.
2 of the 3 main protagonists are males.
Yeah, I know. So
yeah.
What you can do next, Bishiro, is get a female main character. That's all you can do.
Make her a great nature
this.
player.
What? Make her what?
Make her a great nature player so we can get a trial deck.
That'll OTT. That's what OTT sometimes.
Don't make it darker regular. Don't make it darker regular.
Make it darker regular.
God damn it, don't do it.
No,
She
no,
can look like
that'd
a
be
Make
way
another
worse
Shadow
if we do
Paladin.
Dr. No Shadow Paladin. Let's do it. Let's give it to Nubatama.
No,
Thank you.
You know what? I'm actually okay with that. They need to support.
Hey,
Oh, they need to
all
more
right.
past Valley.
Nubatama. Well, we got Mark for that, unless he's,
Yeah, say Mark. Mark in my
Yeah.
for a while.
yeah. I mean, he's in the skull, but we got flashbacks of him.
well, Mark is Mark.
Mark and Mark.
No offense to anyone named Mark. We're not marking off any ideas. I mean, all these jokes are taken at face value. We're all great-natured people.
Damn it.
Are you sure?
Well, I mean, a little irregular, but we're very grand, if not a little blue, on good days, bad days.
We're very
Make
brave.
a Spike Brother player while we're at it. Hell, that'd be fun.
And it'd be quite the charge to the clan.
You don't think they need it?
No need to rush.
Yes, thank you. Anyways,
See, this is what we needed. Some puns to.
I think these puns are getting out of control.
They were never.
they're locked down.
They're
Yeah.
locked down.
Can I delete them?
You can.
I can. Alright, let's end this podcast. Yes, it's a short one, but it's a sweet one. And yes, if I got off the rail and if I got really madder than I should have, I'm apologizing. But
I think we should
always try to give my female sides of it. And no, this does not make me a feminist, 'cause I do believe in humanity in the whole.
Yay!
Hashtag egalitarianism.
No game, no life. What?
Utilitarianism.
Oh. Alright, so people, give me question.
Alright, this is a good one this week, and it was inspired by my good friend, Asuka.
Oh yeah, this is, we talk about how females should go forward and then we go backwards. Progress. Damn.
Okay, so this week's question is, what have you found most disappointing in Vanguard in general? And I decided to go with a general spectrum because, it's more diverse. So, I guess I'll start my point of view. I'm going to go with the English dub. I found that to be the most disappointing thing of Vanguard. That, aside from Kumi, being in more episodes. So, the reason I say this is because the director of the G season has been horrid. Regarding characters portraying emotion and pronunciation of certain key words, like Magia, Magira, Aquaforce, Aquaforce. I mean, the list goes on. I digress. But
I want you to say the other one too.
it's horrible directing and why? The voice actors, some of them had potential. Some of them. Others, I could see a better cast in my brain, but they work with what they have. A lot of them are very talented, and, I'm glad that the Canadian studios are getting some attention, which is great. But the director, I want to stab with a hot poker in the eyes and some other places. And that's what I find most disappointing about Vanguard. Aside from, TT not getting support and Kumi not getting showtime. Now I'm gonna stop!
Alright, anybody else?
Something that's in general disappointing.
Yeah, the most disappointing thing that you could think of.
Alright.
Dig deep, people.
I'll go next.
Picking
I know.
hashtag, I'll leave it to Tessie to pick this week.
I'll go next. Mine in a way is similar to Kumi's,
Mm-hmm.
except with mine, it's more of the fact that they won't use like the other openings that we're used to in the Japanese. They'll use the same openings from before, or they'll even forget about certain seasons.
Like season
Cough,
4?
cough. Yes, cough, cough, Legion.
Yeah, I know. Regarding the opening, however, that may be due to licensing
Uh-huh.
issues.
Yeah.
And
I
have to
mean,
pay extra.
I get they changed the animation, but still. I understand where you're coming from. I didn't mean to, like, shoot you down or anything. I was just trying to provide an explanation.
No, I know. Again, like I said, it's when it's like compared to like other animes that are in English dub. It's like why can't they just do the same?
They want to put money towards Overlord, Sean.
Yeah,
That's where all the
I know
freaking
that.
budget's going.
Alright. Somebody else?
Okay, quick question. Does it have to be anything Vanguard related?
Anything Vanguard related regarding products,
Okay.
episode, anything.
Okay, I'm going to get on my soapbox, and I'm going to try to make this short and understanding and straight to the point.
One moment. People who don't know
I-
what a soapbox is, go look up. It would really be informational. Go
What's
for
it called?
One thing that Vanguard that Bushiroad needs to do, and I honestly think if they don't fix it, it's going to kill off the game. I think they need to do a better support system. I'm getting so sick and tired of seeing the same damn clans having the same support for no apparent reason, and then you ignore every other clan for no apparent reason that really deserves the support. Cough, cough, Nubatama. And I don't get. And then the thing is, we get like we get in the trial deck for like what Shadow Paladins, and it's like, do we really need another Shadow Paladin trial deck? Like Shadow Paladins get like constant support for like the whole of last year, and I feel like if every clan gets a trial deck, it's like okay, we get a trial deck for this clan. I kind of want to try it out. If I like it, I'll spend more money on it. If I don't, well, at least I didn't spend that much money on it. And then at the same time, you'll have people actually try clans. I mean, look at Pale Moon and Grand Blue. Nobody really cared about those clans like that. I mean, people at the time, you didn't see that many people really playing both of those clans. Hell, Grand Blue didn't even get support all of 2015. Outside of the fodder collection, that's not even support.
I knew that.
I mean,
sorry. And Pale Moon in the same situation for the longest of times I'm agreeing here.
Exactly. And you see what people did. They actually bought the trial decks. We see more Pale Moon players. We see more, even though they kind of quit. At the same time, we still see more of those players. Yeah, I just feel like they should just do more products and stuff like that, and like stop ignoring all these other clans and getting all this stuff like technical boosters and stuff like that. It's getting annoying, man.
All right.
Yeah, I'm done.
It costs soapbox, Chaos Breaker.
I don't. I typed it in, but I don't know what.
Okay. Well, besides going to have to educate Chaos Breaker, do you have one?
Not to knock a lot of the people in a sense, not to speak poorly of people, but this is actually kind of one thing that's been pissing me off a little bit, and it's the player base. So not all of the player base. I'm not indicating all of it. I'm mostly going towards like maybe about half of the player base, because what I'm getting pissed off at is more on the lines of the players being either put it in a nicer way, jerks, sharkers, and really big a-holes, and trying to and are wanting to profit in the same sense as what people do in Yu-Gi-Oh.
Explain for a non-Yu-Gi-Oh player like myself.
Okay, so the Yu-Gi-Oh thing is more on the lines like, support came out. I'll immediately just take it into example Zillion, Dragonic Descendant Stride. The moment that thing even became announced, people started hyping up Dragonic Descendant and started buying out everything. And then it was like, oh crap, gotta buy all this, gotta turn it around and sell it and make like $10 extra. You know, because, you know, everyone wants to plus money. And it's like, really? I mean, unless you had the card already, that's worth it. But I feel like if you went the other way around, it's like, oh, I don't have the card, I'm gonna buy right now and then turn around and sell it. Seriously, that's like Yu-Gi-Oh. Really, that's why everyone is whining about the market, or the secondary market. Like, when someone's trying to pick up the deck for a legit reason, you know, like, you know, like for me, I try to pick up Link Joker stuff. I pick it up early, and I want to play the deck. There's some people who are like, oh man, this deck is so good. Oh, but everything is like almost $20 or more. Why is it so much? I'm like, you're just going on the hype train. And the other thing is, like, some people are just picking it up just so to sell it back. I'm getting pissed off at that. And so it's ruining the player base, and it's ruining the secondary market, stuff like that. The other stuff is more on the lines of the tournament-wise. You got players you got like half the players being really good about everything, and then you got the other half that are just really horrible.
They kind of call judge for like no reason.
Yes, the people that will just call judge on, like, let's say, I'll take a perfect example that happened to me. Except he didn't call the judge, he instead decided to be a dumbass about this. When I resolve Chaos Breaker Dragon's skill, my opponent has 2 locked cards. 3 even. I'll just say 2 to 3. I'll just say 3. And we all know Chaos Breaker Dragon's end phase skill on your opponent's turn. When your opponent ends their turn and their cards get unlocked, Chaos Breaker Dragon's effect will activate. Limit Break 4, Soul Blast the Starvader. When a unit gets unlocked, retire it, draw a card. Between me and like a ton of my friends, we would go, okay, so all 3 are going to get unlocked. I'm going to decide, maybe I might retire 2, so I'll just target the 2 that's going to get retired and leave the other one, kind of thing. You know, it makes everything go faster. Saves like about 20 seconds time, in a sense. No, this guy decides to be, I thought he was going to be like a decent guy with this. I was like, okay, I'm going to retire all 3 of your units and Soul Blast 3 and draw 3. I'm even showing it. Soul Blast the 3 Starvaders, drawing 3, and I'm also getting rid of all your 3 cards. No, he decides to be like, hold on. We gotta do this step by step. This card gets unlocked, this card gets unlocked, this card gets unlocked. Your card activates in 3 different senses. You gotta do it one at a time. Your first Soul Blast, what are you retiring first? Okay, you're retiring this unit. Draw that 1. Chaos Breaker Dragon's effect will activate again. You know, like 1 at a time.
I thought that's how you were supposed to do it in a professional setting like that.
Legitly saying, yes, but when you're trying to save time, everyone should understand the skill that's essentially what you're doing, is you're soul blasting the same amount as what you're retiring. It's like,
right.
oh, okay, I'm getting rid of 3 units. Yeah, but I mean, it's like, if everyone's everyone else that I've faced so far has not had a problem with that, with me doing that essential move, because everyone knows the exact same skill. They'll just ask, how many are you retiring? Which one are you retiring? That's all I need to know. Draw the cards that you're the appropriate amount.
So he was trying to stall.
He was trying to stall.
You
And
can actually call a judge for stalling.
he was losing anyways, and it didn't matter. But it kind of got me pissed off, and he acted really, really cocky against me. I was like, all right, I'm not gonna hold back, or I'm never holding back. But it's like I'm not going to, like, like I'm gonna hold my anger back, but this is something I'm going to keep in mind when I play against you. And if this comes up in any type of thing, I'm just going to call either a judge, or I'm just going to be like, are you dumb? Are you that really freaking dumb?
But then again, you can get in trouble for not following a protocol, so it has two...
Weird thing, a lot of the players in regional settings, no one really follows the main protocol as long as you know what the hell you're doing. Because it's like,
But say if you get a stickler for a judge.
you got no choice. I mean, if the judge is being really stickler about it, the judge is actually the higher rule to it. That's like, all right, I'll follow it. But if the guy's not a freaking judge and he's trying to shark me like this, it's like, no, I don't think so.
I'm just trying to play things out.
Oh no, that's true. Yeah, I usually just only listen to the judge wise, never the player kind of thing, because sometimes the player is wrong, and so I'd rather get an official saying kind of thing. But usually most people are chill about it, and it's like, oh yeah, that's how. I mean, you can do it the short way, or you can do it the long, drag-on way. Which, I mean, in a lot of sense, it's like, I don't know. It's really kind of, yeah. And then you get people who are like, yeah. But that's essentially the main thing, is the player base that gets me pissed off with it.
Too much chaos dragging on.
Yeah, no, he took a long time.
My bad. But yeah,
But
no, that's
considering we early on time, I'll just finish this up. One thing.
Anybody else?
My turn, finally. Okay.
Sorry.
Finally.
Alright, let's end this. One thing that I get pissed off with Bushiro. Give me a moment. There are a couple of things.
We'll pick the biggest one. Big one.
That's what she said.
Can I borrow that
Bow
soapbox?
chicka bow wow.
Can I borrow that soapbox?
Oh yeah, you can have it.
Dang
Take
it.
the floor.
I have to say, even though the female characters in the first season was fantastic written, I mean, I'll admit there was not one I hated. I like each single one of the female characters. They grew on to me. I like them, furthermore. This season, they went a nosedive with female character, I felt like. Because, like Tetsuya said, Luna was just there. Yeah, she had an interesting storyline. Toka, it only got resolved during Rin, and that's it. And let's not forget, the forgotten Kumi. Kumi, if you're out there, we'll try to get you back.
Please get me back.
But
We'll use the Dragon Balls.
but in all seriousness,
More particularly my Dragon Balls.
I felt like this season, I felt like this series, female characters have not been as well written, and this could actually go to writers themselves as before. Before we had actually really good, strong female characters. Heck, I probably hated most of them, but they felt really good towards the end. I felt like okay with what I was watching. This season, not so much. Even though the female count went down a lot, we were still lacking in really good storylines for them. And yeah, let's be honest, I really do believe that we do need a female main character. I think a female main character would be doing something new that nobody else has seen. I think it'll give us let's be honest, no card fight type of show have done a female lead. And if they have, correct me if I'm wrong. I probably know that probably one out there. I do have.
What about IG?
Aichi is not a trap. I mean, Aichi is a trap, not female.
Aichi is a trap.
Aichi is a trap. I'll be honest.
And he acts like a girl.
Yeah, acts like a girl. That's why we call him a trap. Anyway, but see, it is kind of sad then when you think about it. All the card fights and then buddy fight. Oh, why don't we have? They even asked us at Anime Expo. What do you guys want? We want stronger female. How could we do that? Get us stronger female characters. And you can watch our rant in the female podcast. And the reason why we do a female podcast outside of this is because we have a lot to talk about. Because I feel like our voice is the lowest standard. Nobody listens to us. Because why? Everybody else is listening to the males. Well, we need more of this card. We need more of that card. Well, if you guys make this card look a little bit better, aka a certain draw trigger in Bermuda Triangle, we'll use it more. It feel like if you want more girls to play the card game, one, don't patronize us by giving us token Rambu. Fuck that's the worst thing. Give a male. If you're gonna guys add females into Spike Brothers, add females, and add females into Octoforce, add males into Bermuda Triangles. Not that hard. But apparently it is. Apparently I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm just say feminist and somebody who don't really understand anything. But no, to be all serious, I believe give us a strong female character. Or next season or next series, main female. Give us either more stronger females. That not this all about friendship and all that stuff. No, girls' character can have some of the most deepest shit than some male characters, I felt like. And they really screwed up this season. Alright, that's my rant. And yes, how are you going to call me going crazy is a rant because
Tetsu, do you have anything to say?
he did.
I'm actually really impressed by that rant, and I respect it quite a bit. And by a bit, I mean more than a bit. Anyways, I'm just going to say the thing. I'm angry? Or not angry, just more annoyed at release dates. Yeah, no, that as I say it doesn't sound as impressive, but as everyone else's rant. But I'm going to say this: Bushiroad, and not just for Vanguard, just Bushiroad related release dates. Luck and Logic, Vanguard, Buddy Fight, and Weiss Schwartz usually all come out at more or less every month. For most of us who play Bushiroad games, if I could... Am I allowed to swear? Can I please?
Well, go the fuck them do it. Okay, fuck you,
Oh, fucking amazing. That's fucking awesome. Anyways, continuing on. Most of us who play Bushiroad games play their other games.
Correct.
And for some of us, we're going like, okay, next set, I'm going to use Buddy Fight and Vanguard as the example. Next set is set 8. I'm personally going in for all the Dark Regulars, so, that's going to eat up a good part of my finances. Buddy Fight also comes out that month, and there's all the new Executioner stuff, there's all the new cards. I'm like, I'm interested. I may put my finances in that. And then following that is the new, Luck and Logic stuff. I also like that. I may throw my budget at that. What the fuck, Bushiroad? That's all in the span of 1 month.
I agree.
Fucking hell. Dear Bushiroad, please. We understand you are a business. You need to keep people interested by doing your monthly releases. But seeing that I'm going to assume that a good chunk of your buyers play different sets. Or at least a few of your games. If you could, this is just a suggestion, do a time difference. So maybe do Vanguard on this month, follow up with Buddy Fight in the next month, follow up with maybe a double on the next month for Vanguard and Luck and Logic, and then keep going. None of us really need to see a new set each month. I know that's really weird saying that, we don't need to see one. But for most of us who are university working, high school, it would be a lot more beneficial to us if we could see sets more spaced out.
Isn't it weird that in summer it felt like everything will space out, but as soon as we get into the fall, everything like rush?
Yeah, exactly. Because we have the trial decks, we have the new Luck and Logic stuff we have the new Luck and Logic stuff that just came out like last week, a few
Right.
weeks ago.
The blue
Following
cards.
that, yeah, the mono trial deck and everything. Following that, we have, I believe it's in 2 weeks, we have the sneak peek for
Set 9.
set 8, and then we have set 8 coming out, and then we have Buddy Fight coming out that month as well. It just seems like it's way too compact. I get it. It's been 4 years. This rant has been overdone. No, long overdue. But, hey, that's my 2 cents.
No. I'll take that 2 cents because I agree. I play only 3 clans. Pale Moon, Gear Chronicle, and Aqua Force. Looking like I can't pick up anymore because I don't want to go. Buddy Fight, I play ninjas. Perfect. They hardly get support. And for White, I only pick one anime series, which would be Fate. Fate Zero, Fate Stay Night, and Fate Unlimited Blade Wars. Perfect. Reason why I do that? Because then I don't get bombardment about updates every single month. Heck, I was even going to get into Luck and Logic. No, I don't have money for that. Too much. And like Buddy Fight, purely I can't get any more than the singles, and I need to stick to one world. Even though I want to play Magic World or Dragon World, it's better for me just to stick to one. Because that'd be too much, because Bushiro released them like crazy. No, release day sucks, because I have until the end of this year 4 different type of sets that I'm supposed to be getting because of Aqua Force support, because of Gear support, and because Second Market going to hype up prices and they're going to be impossible for me to get stuff. They're going back into Chaos Breakers Brand 2. They're all connected. They're all connected. Oh my gosh.
Hashtag Illuminati.
Hashtag.
Card
Oh
for
my
the
god.
Illuminati.
And then they go into the rant of we need reprints and stuff too. Oh my god.
Well, let's save some of these rants for another podcast. I believe we've tired out most of our. I believe we've tired out most of our audience if they've managed to last this long.
Okay. So with that being said, people, we sorry went out this long. Our rants did take a.
That's my fault. I brought out the deeper, darker sides of
people.
Us and Vanguard.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We love Vanguard. We love Bushiro. To be a little bit more easier than us, because sometimes I felt like you guys are more in for the money than for us. Alright, people. Tetsu choosing this week hashtags. Hopefully everybody been hashing it out. Remember, survival of the fittest in this hashtag war.
Well, I already picked it, so.
Yep. Okay.
Everyone for themselves.
Alright, so with that being said, any comments? We going backwards. Go for a Chaos Breaker.
Yeah. So, there's no any future releases, huh? So far. I don't know. I mean, just stay cool if you're in a hot area. I know I am. Keep up with school and everything because school is pretty important. I know Vanguard is, but you gotta take priorities, and have fun and don't be afraid of trying new things. Heck, I just picked up a new Nectar deck, so I'm gonna try stuff. Yeah.
Go kill me, I heard you.
Chaos is gonna try some gardening.
Yeah.
So yeah, with school starting up, be careful that Vanguard doesn't drain your wallets because Bushiroad's like, yeah, cards or books, people. What kind of paper do you want? Unfortunately, that's how they are. Sorry, Bushiroad, please be nice to me. Yeah, be good in school, work hard, and achieve your dreams. Work for your goals.
Go for a giraffe.
Alright, y'all. Stay in school. I know
Oh.
sometimes the finances though, but I mean you have to decide. Are you gonna pay like $200 on like cars or $200 on books. I know that's kind of hard
Both.
to say though, but
Okay. Raging form.
what?
Oh, sorry. You kept breaking out, so it sounded like you said.
Oh, sorry about it. Yeah, that's my bad. That's my bad. Well, yeah.
My fault. Finish up.
All right. So I know, like those books are kind of hard to like spend money on, but you have to do it, especially in today's age where like they should be free. To be honest, hopefully you can find like $5 ones on Amazon or whatever. But outside of that, hope that all you Mega County players like top in the recent tournaments, in the upcoming tournaments, and hope that Lord Ryuzu beats Chrono in next episode, which we know it's not going to happen, but I'm still hoping for the best.
Hope for a good fight. Ranging form.
Hope for more Shadow Paladin support. See, hopefully I get my Raging Form Shrine. Can't wait to see that Raging Form alternate art. Can't wait to see the next episode. See what the hell happens. And yeah, hope everyone has a very good day.
Alright. Tetsu with the hashtag.
So, this week's hashtag was brought to you today by the very lovely and very missed Kumi. Hashtag generic and flat characters, because flat is justice. Anyways, my ending comment. I hope my ending comment will make some of you think. We're starting school. It's fall. Season of change. Things are coming to wind down. Things are coming to a stop before winter, change, so and such. And seeing how the current episodes are going, with characters changing, characters striding, I guess, into the next generation of themselves. Where are you going to... my question, my ending comment and thought for this podcast is, where do you think we will all go from here? Where will you all go from here? Not just as a card fighter, but as a person. I can tell that most of us here, if not all of us, are going through the potential change as individuals and as ethical beings. So again, the question is, where are you going? Where are you changing? How are you changing? Stay irregular.
Well, Tetsu's not wrong. And even in English, we consider fall being a liminality type of season, which meaning great changes. So I'll take what he said to heart because I do like liminality. I love figuring out liminality.
Illuminati. Hashtag Illuminati.
Yes! With that being said, yeah. One, yes, be careful of your spending. Heck, things are going to change from here on out. We got next season, not only next season coming out, but who knows? Maybe the people in the podcast today won't be here in a couple of weeks. We don't know. Things changes. People change it. The hell is life. But you keep on moving forward. Keep on looking into the brighter things of life. Because if you're looking all at the bad and, let's say, dark type of things in life, it's not going to lead you anywhere good. It's going to lead you down and depressed. So try to make little small goals. Heck, if you're working, think about, make sure on days you're working, have a good meal to come home to. Or a good movie to watch when you get home. Something like little small rewards. And you can get through life a little bit like that. Each day is another day. So, everybody ready? With that being said, 9 more until we reach 100 podcasts. And are we excited for that?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I demand a 100th podcast special.
I demand pudding.
Pudding.
We'll probably
I
do a
demand
series.
ponies.
We'll probably do a series of events towards our 100 podcasts. Heck, we'll probably have one day of everybody card fighting each other.
I thought you were about
Fun.
to say. I thought you were about to say a series of unfortunate events.
No, even unfortunate.
Well,
events
knowing
will
you
be
guys is
something.
already unfortunate.
Hey.
And
I
we'll
love you
probably
guys.
do a special psychological podcast featuring our host of that one will be Tetsu.
I'm giddy as a
Yeah.
schoolgirl.
We'll do that one towards the end of the episode of the series. Cause I will like Tetsu input of all the characters that have happened, and I would like all of us input in that. So get ready to have that character analysis Tetsu hosting. We'll see what we can do. We are going to post more card fights, and like I said, I'm getting all the video edit as soon as I could. This would probably be the last one I need to edit today, and then I am done. And then I all caught up in this uploading them. So look forward to more videos. Look forward to our Something Rather series like we always do, me and Kona Jet Dragon. Look for Tessie Analysis podcast, which will be pretty soon. Card fights. Guys, you want to start recording card fights?
Yeah.
I'm trying.
Yes.
So I mean, if I have time, I'll try. I'll keep trying to.
Okay. And we should also
And
do
I
a
know-
reflection thing. Just saying.
Reflection. That'd be good for the final podcast from where we started.
Yeah,
oh
so
man. Alright, people,
How far we've come. Yeah.
people, homework. Go watch our podcasts.
I don't want to do homework.
I like
You're gonna
homework.
Sorry guys, you guys at least have to watch about, I'll give it 10 of each one. 10 from the first set of 10, each one. So one for 0, teens, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90s.
You know what I'm going to do, right? I usually, and I
You're
do
gonna
this.
end the podcast.
Go for it.
No, no. What I mean is, I'm gonna do what I usually do for class.
You're just gonna skim it.
Yep.
With that being said, people, bye-bye.
Later,
Don't be a
everyone.
chaos breaker.
Hi everyone. Chaos Breaker's a cheater.
Stay irregular.
Hey, if you don't get caught, it's not cheating.
They just got your
Friendship
balls.
is magic.